guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news. Triforce Heroes has online multiplayer, so if you don't have two other friends who happen to have the game sitting right next to you, you can play with other people online, and we originally thought that that meant possibly worldwide, but we were told no, not worldwide, just in your region, which we thought meant, oh, in all of North America then, if you happen to live in North America. And now we're being told no, like literally in your specific region, so like your city, or maybe even something more specific like your particular neighborhood of your city. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still very excited for Triforce Heroes. There are some aspects of it that I'm not a super huge fan of, and this is one of them, but it's still going to be fun, right? And speaking of Zelda stuff, here's Princess Zelda as a cake. There's so many jokes that I could go for, but they're too easy, and so I'm just going to let you look at it and make up your own jokes in your mind, or better yet, post your jokes in the comments, and I will love to read them and comment back on them. So with Mario Maker coming out, and basically all anybody wants to do is create ridiculously impossibly hard levels, it's humorous that completely not connected to that, Mr. MIYAMOTO and Mr. TEZUKA were being interviewed talking about finding the right balance for difficulty in Mario games. Because this is one of the reasons why I'm not super excited to play these kind of levels that everybody seems to want to create, the super difficult, almost impossible ones. That's not really fun for me. I'd rather play a level that's challenging, but not so difficult that I want to break the controller. So that might just be me. I know there are plenty of people out there who do really like to play the super difficult ones, but what I think that the Mario games excel at is they start out extremely easy, but by the end of the game, there's some really challenging stuff they're throwing at you, and you feel like it's an adventure or journey because you started out so easily, and then you've reached a point where it's really difficult, but you're still getting through it just fine. So, in any case, a very interesting interview with their perspective, the guys behind Mario. If you want to read that, there's a link for you down in the description. Our next story comes from DORKLY. Of course, we've got to have something DORKLY in one of these videos, and of course is about Pokemon, and it's what would real-world fights look like in a Pokemon style. So it's very amusing. If you have been in a real-world fight and wish you could use various Pokemon moves or whatever, alas no, but here are some actual real-world moves you can use in a Pokemon style. Very silly, there's a link for it in the description. And our next story, just in time for Halloween, Pokemon Company is offering some official Pokemon stencils to carve your jack-o'-lanterns to look like various silly Pokemon faces, which is awfully cute. I don't know if I'm going to be using any of these. I have a traditional go-to, which is very boring and just involves 3 triangles. So I think once again, I'll just be carving 3 triangles into my pumpkin, but we'll see. Let me know what you're going to be carving into your pumpkins down in the comments. Our next story is about a beautifully hand-painted GameCube that is a Twilight Princess sort of style, and this thing is amazing. I wouldn't even want to pick up this controller and play it for fear that I'd ruin it in some kind of way, but it is gorgeous, so beautiful. Great job to whoever did this. If you want to take a look at more pictures of it, there's a link down in the description. That's it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye guys.